Hello, everyone. Hope y'all are having a good, I should say, evening, midnight. I don't really know. Hope everyone is doing well. It's been a long time. I keep trying to come back, and then life is lifing, and I'm having a really hard time. I kind of need to be here like the next 3 or 4 days in a row. I'm trying to make some extra money for a trip that we have coming up next week. So really I'm creating the walking around money, if that makes sense, for us for our trip. So I've got to be here, but it's hard. It's really hard because I'm alone. I'm by myself pretty much most of the time. I have my husband's help for about 3 hours a day until the weekend comes. So it is really hard. I'm pretty much on my own, that like from morning till night. And that's why I haven't really been able to be here, but things may change. Who knows? We'll see. That's why it's been so long. Me and baby are doing well. He's happy as can be. 6 months old. He is like looking like he's going to try to start crawling. I mean, he's getting up, and I'm like, I didn't think that happened this early. So we'll see. It'll probably still be a while, but he can turn over. He just doesn't like to. He's kind of lazy about it, but he loves tummy time, and I can see him wanting to lunge at things and like really get moving. So he might just start crawling before he even starts turning over. Still battling eczema. Unfortunately, it's a really, really severe case, and some days are better than others. But we're excited to go to Texas next week. We're going to be there from Thursday to Thursday. My birthday will happen while I'm there. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I mean, everything's going well. It's demanding being a mama. All right, Jazzy, I have your question. Sophie, I have your question. Deanna, Vanessa, welcome in. With baby or without? With. I don't know when I'll ever feel comfortable leaving him, but definitely not now. And I can't because I'm his source of food right now. So he's everywhere I go, baby's got to go. I know. He's so little. Vanessa, I have your question. He started walking at 9 months. Oh my God. I have seen that. I honest to God believe, like, my niece just turned 10 months, and I can see her walking before a year too. It's crazy walking at 9 months, though. That sounds insane to me. Sienna, I have your question. Brit's World, I have your question. Thank you, Sienna. Texas is your state. Yeah, everything's bigger and better in Texas. I am going to, well, my family's in San Antonio, but we decided not to stay in San Antonio this year. We're going to stay in like local near Spring Branch. That's where my aunt lives. I'm trying to look at the location. I can't remember what it's called. It's like 11 minutes from Spring Branch. Let me see. We're flying into San Antonio. Canyon Lake area. But like my whole half of my family live in San Antonio, so we go out there as much as we can. Hey Shar, I have your question. Your family lives in San Antonio? I feel like I kind of grew up. Like I feel like I had another life in San Antonio because my parents divorced and my family was out there, and so I basically spend my summers there every year when I was a kid in San Antonio. And then as an adult, we've been back quite a few times. This is my husband's third trip there. So we've done San Antonio quite a bit, and this time we just want to do something a little different. But we're still going to have a San Antonio day. We're just spending more of our time like in the Airbnb and local to the Spring Branch area. Let's see. Greg, I have your question. Make sure you guys are liking the live stream as well. If you haven't had a chance to do that, that would be great. All right, friends, let's get these questions answered real quick. Jazzy, I have a yes. The Page of Swords, Curiosity. Sophie. I have a yes, Sophie, The World, Success, Achievements. Vanessa. Vanessa, I have a no. 10 of Wands, Burden, and Anxiety. 9 of Swords. Diana. Oops. Card on the floor. Diana, I have a yes, Ace of Swords, Clarity. Brit's World. I have a yes, King of Pentacles, Security. That's an interesting word for your question. It's reminding me of like maximum security, but I don't think that's true. I'm not going to say that's the case, but you get what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of reminding me of like security, secure behind closed, whatever. Brit's World, or like planted, like staying in place, that kind of thing. Shar. Yes. 9 of Wands, resilience. Thrag. Are you meant to be holding on to the current relationship? Show me a yes or a no. They're showing me a yes. Sorry, one of the cards fell on the floor again. Let me grab it. Hold on 1 second. Well, I don't know where it went. I'm gonna have to find it. They're basically saying that there's still lessons to be learned here. 9 of Wands, resilience, and 7 of Pentacles, patience. So I would say that this is kind of like a your call situation where they're like, if you've learned your lesson, walk away. If you haven't, you probably have more to learn. So I am getting a yes, though. All right, guys, I can only answer a couple more questions before the list closes. Let's see, who do we have here? Thanks, Sophie. That's okay, Sienna. I knew what you were talking about. You're welcome, everyone. Oh, you're so welcome. The suspense is killing you. You're welcome, Thrag. Okay, so Galley's going to be the last free for tonight. But donations are open. You're welcome, everyone. All right, Galley, let's answer your question. I have a no, Knight of Swords, haste. So I think this timeline is off. Like things aren't going to happen that fast, maybe. Or we're getting too ahead of ourselves. Something along those lines. But the no doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It could just mean that the time that you're asking is a no. Correct. That is what I meant. Yep. You got it. You're welcome. Hey, Sabster. The free list is closed for the night, friend, but you are more than welcome to donate. Sophie, good night, Luna. Hope you have a wonderful night with baby. Praying you're getting a lot of rest. Thank you, Sophie. It is getting better. It's very slow, but it's getting better every day. So, fingers crossed. Just pray for my baby because he needs some relief. He is just basically so uncomfortable and in pain all the time. It's just really sad to see. So, I need him to feel soothed and comforted. Have a good night, Sophie. Oh, thanks, friend. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. I'm on mute. I am working on Amy's reading at the moment. She wanted it to be recorded and sent to her directly, so that's what I'm doing right now. But I do have donations are open if you all are interested. Hey, honey. It looks like a donation came through. If that was you, just check in with me and let me know what we're doing for you, because I am going to be signing off here shortly. I do know that I have a 5-minute hold if you're a new subscriber, so you may not be able to talk in the chat right away. So I'm going to wait a few minutes. But if I don't hear from you, I'd say in the next 5, then I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I'll have to do your reading next time. Oh, was that you that donated, Lars? Hey, what did you donate for? Love spread, you versus them, and a mini question. Okay. So the in-depth love spread, we go over how they feel, their true intentions, what you want, what they want, your strengths and weaknesses, the energy around the relationship. Is there anything hidden that you need to know? And if there is, what is it? And will the relationship be successful? So that is the in-depth love spread. And then the mini question, you can post that whenever you're ready, okay? I just need to know the initial of the person you're asking about, or a nickname, their actual name if you want. If you don't want to provide that information, just let me know, like their sun sign, something that attaches an identity to them while I shuffle. Okay, got it. Sounds good. I also wanted to give you the heads up. I did post earlier in the live stream, but I don't know if it's disappeared. But I am the only one that's able to take care of my baby right now. My husband should be able to help shortly, but in the off chance that he does wake up, I'm going to have to run back there. So just make sure you leave your questions with me, so that way if I do need to step away, I can make sure that I finish your reading before the live stream is over, okay? Hopefully that won't happen, because I plan on signing off here soon anyways, but we'll go from there. All right. All right, Lee and Sabrina. Okay, so for the success of the relationship, that's what I'm feeling called to talk about first. That for me is I'm getting a no. I have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This can speak to someone being really selfish or greedy. Um, I feel like this comes from this person feeling not inspired and not happy with themselves. Um, he or no, you said it's a guy. This person can come across to you a little bit indifferent. Maybe you're wanting to feel this person's love and you're not feeling that. You may feel control, you may feel abuse or selfishness or whatever, but I'm not feeling like you're getting from this person that they are outwardly expressing to you what they feel. This person's coming across very indifferent, meaning that they're not really showing care or emotional ties towards you. But this stems from a what is the word? I literally just said it. It comes from feeling not happy with themselves. We'll just put it that way. It's coming from a lack of something within themselves. Like they don't feel good enough. They don't feel like they're measuring up. And the thing is that would come across sometimes as arrogance. It could come across as like confidence, even though that's not really the case, because this person does not have a happiness within themselves, and then therefore they don't either know how to make other people happy and or they don't want to make other people happy because they feel that they're dissatisfied. That's what I was looking for. Dissatisfaction. As far as is there anything hidden, this Two of Cups in reverse, I would say no, because I think everything is what you already know. This card is like, it talks about disconnection, imbalance, inequality, meaning that maybe he feels more important than you, or he acts as if he's more important. Incompatibility and unhappy couples. So that's the Two of Cups in reverse. I don't think that's any information that you didn't already know. The energy around the relationship we have is the Empress. The Empress basically talks about how it is in reverse. So it's talking about how there's not any room for growth here. The Empress is like, think like pregnancy. Think of giving life, okay? So when the Empress is upright and in its positive form, it's a life-giving, life-giver kind of card. It's where you feel nourished and nurtured, and you feel like you're growing and expanding, and you feel like you're creating life with someone. The Empress is in reverse, so that's feeling very stunted. It's feeling insecure and fertile. It's feeling like negligence, maybe even an overbearing type of personality as well. This is true, I think, like that about him. Strengths and weaknesses. Let's see, where are we? How he feels, your intentions, what you want, what he wants. Strengths and weaknesses. Okay. So strengths I have as the King of Cups, weaknesses I have as the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this makes me feel like you guys, one or both of you, talk really nasty to each other. This could be maybe how you're feeling is more of like you feel like you're being put in this position and you're not being the best version of yourself and you are just saying things, or you feel like you're being very caring and loving, but this person is just walking all over you and treating you like garbage and saying really nasty things about you. The Queen of Swords is just like malicious. It's, the swords is about speaking. It's about communication. So it's talking about putting other people down. You feel like you can't trust this person and that they're belittling you. And it can also just mean that you're playing dirty and you're just saying mean things to each other, or he's saying mean things to you. The strength we have is the King of Cups. So this basically says that your emotions for this person, like your feelings for this person, is the strongest thing that you guys have going for you. It's an emotional bond, and it, again, doesn't necessarily mean that's a good thing, but it just means that the only strength and the strongest thing that you guys have going for your relationship in order for it to keep going is how you feel for this person, is your hopes and dreams for this connection, and how you're feeling about them is what's going to keep this sustained any longer than it normally would. Give me 1 second, and just have to plug in my MacBook real quick. All right. So for how he feels about you, his true intentions, and what he wants. And then for what you want, we have the Page of Pentacles. So we'll start with you. You're wanting, I feel like you're wanting a change. The Page of Pentacles is someone who wants to kind of start off on a new foot. You said you're being caring and he's treating you bad. Okay, that makes sense. This is someone who says, maybe I should start over. Maybe I should try something new, try a new path. You're looking for stability. You're looking for someone to make an offer to you. You're looking for good news surrounding your love life. Maybe like, because the Page of Pentacles talks about like finances. And when we're talking about a relationship, if we're talking about increasing an income, maybe that would translate to a relationship as increasing love. Like you're looking for more of that from this person or from someone in general. You're looking to have someone that you can count on, someone who is willing to listen to you, willing to learn, willing to grow and change. For how he feels about you, we have the Moon. The Moon talks about how there are feelings there, but they're deep down, and he may not know how to translate them appropriately to you. But the Moon talks a lot about the things that we keep hidden, the things that we keep in secret. So maybe he loves you and cares about you in his own way, but it's not, the way he's acting is not the way someone loves someone would. So I wouldn't necessarily say he loves you. Maybe he thinks he does. Maybe he loves you in the capacity of which he knows how to love you, but he doesn't truly love you in an unconditional, selfless kind of way. Not the way that love truly should be or is. The Moon talks about like secrets. It talks about the things of the subconscious. It talks about anxiety and fear. So he could be doing these things out of fear, out of insecurity, out of like feeling like he's going to lose you. So he'd rather make you feel bad about yourself so that way you don't leave him and you don't walk away. But it also can talk about how maybe he could be like really great in front of other people and behind closed doors. Again, we're talking about the Moon, things that are hidden. It can talk about how he's maybe not the nicest behind closed doors. Secrets, lies, things like that. There's things that he could be doing that he's not being completely forthright or honest about. His true intentions we have is the Page of Cups. So when it comes to your connection, I feel like he's doing like something psychological. The Page of Cups works through intuition. So it's almost like he knows you on a very, very fundamental level. He understands how you operate, and almost like he's manipulating that. He's going off of his own intuition and something psychological in order to keep you, is what it feels like. So maybe when you start to pull away, maybe he thinks to himself, oh, I've got to reel her back in. Do you get what I mean? So that's kind of interesting. For what he wants, we have is the Five of Cups. So I feel like maybe he doesn't realize it, but he probably should be alone / wants to be alone. or wants to make you feel alone, make you feel backed into a corner so you feel like you can't walk away. The Five of Cups talks about grief, it talks about loss, it talks about like if you leave him, he wants you to feel deep sadness and regret about this decision. So I feel almost like and also I feel like, again, dissatisfied with himself. I feel like he's just not a happy person. And I think, unfortunately, you are the fallout of that. You are like near, and so you're a part of his path of destruction. That's what it feels like. Yeah. That's what it seems with these cards. I think a change is good for you. It's important. I mean, you're admitting these things out loud. So I think that that's important to recognize that you're saying these things, and you just have to, take the steps that you can. But let me know what your mini question is so that I can get shuffling for that, because I am going to go ahead and sign off here after this. Well, yeah, it's used. It's not dirty. I mean, interesting. Okay. Well, we did have the moon, and the moon talked about secret. Let's see. Ooh, okay. So I have the Eight of Wands, and that's a yes for me. The Eight of Wands is basically like all of these, like imagine all these rods being thrown in one direction. It's feeling like spirit saying, you know how that you play that game that's like hot and cold. It's like you're getting warmer, you're getting warmer. I feel like you landed on it, like target, bullseye. This is something that's happening. I am getting a yes for that. Or he's making, he's in pursuit, I guess I could say. At a minimum, he's in pursuit of his next person. Emotionally with someone else. I'm not getting emotionally, no. I don't think he's emotionally tied, but I don't really know if he has the capacity to be emotionally tied, to be honest. I feel like you're dealing with someone who is like serial monogamous. Like wanting to jump from ship to ship, because here's the thing, it's like a vampire energy. This person doesn't like to be alone because they're dissatisfied with themselves. They're using someone else to make themselves feel better. Once they've drained that person of everything they've got, they're moving on to their next person. So that's the type of energy you're dealing with here. No, I'm not getting that he's liking anyone or emotionally involved with someone else. I'm thinking that this is more along the lines of being interested in someone in terms of how do I say this? I don't think he loves someone. I don't think he's emotionally invested in someone. I don't think he's falling in love with someone else. I do think, however, he is keeping his options open. I think it's potentially he is interested. He is looking at other people. And this, depending on your capacity of cheating, this could be something like scrolling on social media and liking other people's pages. It could be like sending messages to someone. It could be going out and just not disclosing the fact that they're in a relationship with you and just doing really sleazy things. There could be like a physical cheating that's happening. That's what I'm getting from that. But I am not getting emotionally tied. I'm just getting that he is potentially like in the pursuit of finding someone else while you guys are going through what you're going through. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I do have to run, but if you want to come back and get another reading at some point, definitely do so. Stay subscribed if you aren't already, and maybe we'll see each other next time. I wish you luck, and I know this is probably not an easy decision, but I hope that you are going to be doing better here again in the near future. Have a good night.